Alright, so today for the van vlog, work was a lot better. I only got about an hour of actual probably shut-eye. I was resting the rest of the time. I'm a late night guy, you know, I'm not an early morning guy. So the plan is today to stay up until tonight, where I can actually sleep and then get rest for tomorrow and get into a normal cycle. So to help that, I am about to go see Jumanji with my movie pass, which, thank the Lord, I don't need cash to go do, because Lion ain't got none. The work was really good, and we talked about things that we're going to do to improve how we do things, which is always good. And the message that I have been receiving for myself, which is the more I do warehouse or inventory type work at Best Buy, the more I realize I really am drawn to people and I want to help people, and which translates into sales. The more I want to pursue that if there is an opening for that. Right now there's no opening right now, and I'm just in the back doing inventory, and that's fine, and I'll do inventory as long as I need to, but it was a big step for me to admit and then communicate. Bump! So that was communicated to my direct boss and then to up above. We'll see what happens there. My parents just gave me, just filled my tank. So I will be able to go up to Everett this weekend. And we'll see what happens there. Because my goal today, after I get out of Jumanji, is to clean my room, do my laundry. So organize my room so it's not a mess. It's still like Christmas, like the areas I was using for wrapping and all that kind of stuff is all there. Do all that so that I can work on some money getting gigs, and then also to continue editing the Christmas interviews that I did last year with my family that I will be seeing this weekend. So that's what I want to do, because I'd like to present something to them. Even though I have Belle and I have the 48 that we did this year that we can show off, I still want to show everybody the interviews because they're of them, and I want to show everybody where they were at, a year ago, and see if they're up for doing it again. Maybe we'll do it in this style where it's like vlog style, not as intimate or not as professional as what I did last year. Anyway, that's it for the day. Or at least for now. Just got out of the movie. Enjoyable. Really enjoyed Karen Gillan in this one. Like, she's great in whatever she does. However, being that Guardians was kind of a big thing for her, it's tough to see her with all the makeup. Where in this, she really gets to kind of stand out. The Rock just is doing the Rock's thing, charming and funny and action stuff. Jack Black nailing it with his channeling an emotional teenage girl. Kevin Hart's Kevin Hart. He didn't do, if there's a fault, it's that Kevin Hart is so drastically different than the teenager he's supposed to be playing. But Karen, I feel, really nailed it. So kudos to her. And it made me think of the road trip I took with my son earlier this year, where we flew to Georgia and then drove back. And actually on the plane right there, we sat, I sat next to or behind, I think I sat behind, but just ended up talking with this lovely young lady who was Karen Gillan's body double in Guardians 2. So she got to hang out with the Pratt and Batista and James Gunn and everything, and being on set. So it was just a super cool connection that was made. Friended her. Sorry, you're drifting. Gotta get this stable thing figured out. that was just a really cool part of that trip. Ended up following her on social media and stuff like that, and it was just good. She's actually, so here's the other weird part of that. Okay, so great, meet somebody who works with famous people. Her day job is basically being a cosplayer, but get this, she's from Vancouver. She's from right here. She lives in Atlanta because that's where a lot of film and stuff happens, but she's from here. She's from near Burton. I was raised off of Burton. Like, how weird is that? Just those weird things, man. Those connections. It's so cool. Anyway, so gonna head back. In my head, I'm telling myself, take down the table, get at your laundry, do laundry first, get laundry going, then start taking out trash, doing dishes. I only have a couple dishes to myself. Then what else? Then tidy. Then go, okay, do I need this? Can I toss this? Because there's a lot of stuff that's like packing. Ooh, I have this giant T made of cardboard. Giant, like floor to ceiling of this van tall. I should cut that up into manageable squares for packing stuff for perler designs or backing stuff, because it's very useful, but I don't need a huge T-square, so I can just cut them up into tinier squares. That's a good idea. And then when I get to a point of sitting in front of my computer, I need to retrieve logos that I've designed in the past, email them off to a potential client to hopefully get that gig, and then I'm going to try to get back to editing the Christmas interviews that I made last year. So that's the goal. We'll see how it goes. I hope that this time with you can actually help me to be productive, to actually move forward, not just be stagnant. My mom shared her heart with me, and she kind of got welled up with tears, but it was really good stuff. That as much as I am an artist and I focus on things and doing stuff, that my kids are my masterpiece, and investing in their lives now versus trying to do things for their lives later. Not to say one is greater than the other, but not to forget the current one, not to forget the present, right here, right now. And I don't mean to, but like I tell people, like if you want me to focus on something, it's gonna be right in front of my face. And unfortunately, because I'm not living at home with the wife and kids right now, that's hard to do. So whenever Belle says, "Hey, do you think you have time to come over?" I'm like, yes, of course, because when she says that, it puts it right in front of my face. But you know, I just kind of attack whatever's right in front of me, and so that's tough to do. When it's tough to be a present dad for my brain type when I don't see them all the time. But that being said, always could have been better at being present when I was at home, when they were home, when they were in front of me too. So I am definitely learning how to not take time with them for granted. Alright, let's see what happens the rest of the day. Just a little bonus add-on. When I was leaving the theater, I saw this was in someone's seat, and it's almost not full, but it's definitely got more than half. So that was a nice little bonus to find in the theater. And it's not like they're slobbering over it or anything. So, yay, free food.